day 9:39. Just did the first service at church. That was so intense. I had like our pastor was talking, and she was just giving this message, and I just felt like just this welling up, like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry. I don't even know why. And like my mom looked at me with tears in her eyes and hugged me, and then I hugged her, and I just started crying and just realized that, man, this last few weeks I've been walking around with so much shame and guilt, like I'm not being who I'm meant to be, like I'm not doing what I'm called to do, and I'm just failing so bad at life right now, and I was doing so good and I screwed it up and all these things. And God gave me a message, and I just wrote, like I have note cards of stuff, and I was just like blown away, like wow, the message was just I don't remember most of it, but I know it was powerful, and I'm glad that it's written down because it's exactly what I needed to hear, to set me free from this guilt and this shame, and something that I learned, that it's okay to have glory as long as you know where that glory comes from. And it's like God was saying, like, look at your mom, like she's saved because of what you did. It's the actions you did. And he was teaching me that the actions that I take give me glory, but who I am gives him glory. And the actions that I take are based on who I am. And so it's okay for me to receive heavenly glory, not worldly glory, not prideful glory, but like there's a different kind of glory for me to receive. I can receive glory from the actions that I take, because it takes courage, and it takes boldness, and it takes fighting, and it takes getting my heart broken and opening it again, and it takes all these things, and it's okay for me to have glory for that. That's heavenly glory. And he gets the glory for who I am. I get glory for what I do. He gets glory for who I am, because he created me, and I do the things I do because of him, because of who he created me to be. And I was like, wow. Because I've been like, I've done these things, but I'm so focused on like the things I've done wrong rather than the things I've done right. And it's like, if I start to think about the things that I've done right, and the people that I've led to God, and the impact that I've made, and what I stand for and what I fight for, and the encouragement and all that, it's like I've been so much like giving literally every ounce of that to God, that I forget that it's okay for me to receive that glory as long as I know where it comes from, the source of it, that I wouldn't have any of it without him. And he receives the ultimate glory because he created me, and this man that I'm becoming is glorifies him. And so we get to share in the glory, like we get to share in it. Like, I'm not a peasant, I'm a child of God, I'm royalty. Like, it's okay for me to receive the glory, especially because I'm taking the actions. And the more actions I take, the more heavenly glory I receive, but the more glory God receives, because he's the one who created me. So it's like we get to partake in the glory together. We get to share the glory together, but he gets the ultimate glory. And that's the thing. I haven't accepted any of the glory. I haven't accepted any of the praise for anything that I've done good. So all I can focus on are all the things I've done bad. And that glory, receiving that glory, cancels out the guilt and the shame. It's like glory cancels guilt. And like, I need to be able to receive that, but not with a prideful heart, with a loving heart, and knowing the source of it. And so just a mind-blowing awakening, and something I never knew. And wow. So I was crying my eyes out. Someone came and prayed for me with anointing oil, and it's one of my friends at church, and she said, God told me to come pray for you. And she just spoke this life over me, that God is renewing you. He's making you new. He's working on your character. You're a brother, and you're strong. She said, you have the strength. She said, you're a David, you're a Samson. She said, whoop, as I trip. She said, you're a David, you're a Samson. You have the strength of like a buffalo. Like, you're so strong. God has made you so strong. And just... whew. Amazing. And that glory cancels out all of that guilt. Wow.